Alright, we're just getting right into it because we got a lot to talk about and we don't want to make this video too long. But my name's Matt and I record videos whenever I choose to record them. It's been a few days, like 2 weeks, and um, it was it sounds like a pretty dumb, but the reason why I have not been recording YouTube for the last 2 weeks. Oh, hold on a second. What I was saying was the reason I was not posting videos was due to the fact of um, I needed this. This is just a thumb drive. It's 256 gigabytes. It holds my YouTube channel. Practically what was happening is the entire time of every day that I was posting videos, naturally I was recording the video and then I was uploading videos so that video stays on my computer and then afterwards I don't delete it because I feel like it's important enough where if I upload it on YouTube, what if I needed it again? I don't know why I would need it again, but what if I did? So I keep it. And practically, I don't have a bunch of games, but I do have a few games on here that are kind of large in size. So it already limits the amount of available other space. It gives me about 100 gigabytes of space, which is a lot still when it comes to videos. But eventually, it gets to the point where I only had 23 gigabytes of space left, which is still plenty enough to record a video. But the problem was, I was playing some of my games that I have on my computer, and they were starting to really act up. And usually when things act up, it's because your memory is really low. And when I checked my computer and when it was running and its stats of how it was running, it practically came down to the fact of because my computer was so full of shit, it was dragging the computer down to try to run these games. And so I was like, well, I don't want to record any more videos because the more videos I record, the more it adds to my computer. And I didn't have the time, money to go get one of these. So I had to just wait. Then I did get one and put all the videos off of the computer onto this, freeing up all that space, allowing me to record videos again without issue. So practically, I gave up 2 weeks of YouTube to play video games. But hey, they make me happy, so that should be okay. Um, but then I'm gonna have to make a separate video on this just because this is something I could explainingly talk about for a long time just because it's funny. But uh, so I've spent 24 hours playing a video game that I've owned for about 2 months. So really, I haven't played a ton of it, even though 24 hours sounds like a lot. It's really not, and it literally I just got bullied. I've never. I'm not even kidding about this. I have never been so defeated from a video game in my entire life. I've had games that were hard and hard to the point that drives you to get better so that you beat it and then you feel like like awesome. I've like literally never in my life had a game that I just I can't play. I just suck at it and I'm really sad about it because it's like it's a new concept for me to think that there's a video game that I like. I think it's really cool. I'd love to wish I could get good at it, but as I've been shown for the last 24 hours that I have literally been tortured, bullied, and picked on by a whole community of people who have played this game for a long time, and they are not nice to new people. So, uh, I still have this drive in me to want to continue to play it and try more and longer, but it's like I'm going against people who have played this game for probably 5+ years at this point, and me just trying to get into it for the first time ever. It's just really hard. I won't say impossible. I was going to say impossible. It's not impossible. It's just really hard. And yeah, so I'm gonna have to explain some more about that in another video. But um, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. There was actually a few things I wanted to talk about, but of course, now that I have things that I wanted to talk about, but now that I'm recording the video, I've done forgot what I wanted to talk about. So let me explain this. This is actually nothing to what I wanted to talk about, but it's actually a real situation that I get put in, unfortunately, very often. I don't like being put in this situation, and I really wish that people were better at this stuff. So maybe explaining this to some of you out there maybe helps you make somebody else's life easier in the future, especially when it comes to working in a hotel. Okay, so I have one arrival left, right? So I have one person left to come in tonight. Um, and to sum up the easiest way of, obviously, when I run the night audit for the night is when it takes it from yesterday into today. So these people that are still apparently going to be arriving, maybe, I don't even know, but these people that are going to arrive at some point, they made it for, they made their reservation for Friday, okay? If they would have made their reservation for literally through us, or like online through us, I could have changed the date. But unfortunately, when you make a reservation for a hotel through a third party app like booking.com or hotels.com and stuff like that, I can't do anything. Legally, I cannot touch that reservation. If you don't show up, I just mark it as a no-show and then you get charged. Well, these people that are waiting to arrive, they're part of a wedding party. The wedding party is at the hotel. There's like 30 people staying in this hotel that are just part of this wedding. So obviously, I know these people, or well, I mean, it's a guy and a woman and a guy and their kids. I don't know if their kids are old enough to be like adults or if they're just kids. I don't know. Or it just says them and kids are coming, so I'm assuming kids. But anyways, um, they made it through a third party reservation. And I know, knowing that they are part of the wedding group, that naturally they are coming to the hotel. But the problem in the way it works is, if you came in and or called and made the reservation through the hotel, and you didn't show up on Friday, but you showed up on Saturday, I would still be able to go back to your one from the day before, redo it, so it remakes the same reservation, but just makes it for the 2 days instead of the one day. You still get charged the no-show day for the first day. Then you'll just have to pay for the next 2 days you want to be there, and everything's Happy Dory Bakery. The problem is, it's like I said, when you make it through a third party, we can't change things like that. So when you don't show up on time before night audit gets run and you get charged as a no-show and then you show up afterwards, that entire reservation is completely void because of the way that the third party system has their whole thing set up. They use what they call a virtual credit card. So they give us a virtual credit card. It's literally a fake, it's not fake, but it's a one-time use credit card, and it's only through the internet. So it's sent to us. It looks like a credit card on the email, and it has a number. That number works for a one-time purchase payment of the exact amount it's supposed to cost for the room for that X amount of days, and that's it. That's how a virtual card works. The moment that a no-show gets posted, as the card gets a no-show post to it, it then voids that card completely out to the point where that card now is no longer valid. And so what happens is people that make third-party reservations don't show up before night audit. They don't think to call the hotel to be like, hey, we're sorry we're running late. We're not going to get in until 4 or 5 in the morning. And then they want to argue with me, acting like I'm the asshole, like I'm preventing them to stay in their room. They just don't realize that because they didn't let me know, I can't do anything. Their whole reservation is completely invalid. They'd have to make a whole new reservation with me, which is fine. Like I said, they're only going to get charged the one night stay that they did, but if they want the refund on the rest of the money from the account, they can't do that through us. They have to do it through the third party. Because you made it through a third party, we can't handle or touch nothing legally about that reservation. It all has to be dealt with them. So I have a group of people and some kids that are apparently arriving at some point. They were supposed to arrive 12 o'clock early morning is what it says, or late morning or whatever. I can't remember how the person worded it, but it's pretty much saying that it was going to be a 1 o'clock arrival, and they are a third party account. So now here I am pushing the night audit way past what I'm really supposed to be doing it. Like normally when I was trained to run the night audit at 1 o'clock in the morning. Most hotels run their night audit at 1 o'clock in the morning, which means if you don't show up to the hotel before 1 o'clock and you don't alert them prior to that, you're going to get charged as a no-show. And I think about the fact of there's many times when my parents and I were traveling and like going across the country to go on a vacation or something, and we would stop at a hotel to get to stay for the night kind of thing. Sometimes my mom would have reservations, sometimes she wouldn't, but even when she did, she would be able to go in at 2 or 3 in the morning without even having to call, because this is also before cell phones existed really. But and be able to not have a room be canceled, so there was these obviously people out there that did it differently. And then I realized that realistically, even though I was trained to do it at 1 o'clock, my computer system will auto run it for me at 4:30. So as long as I run it before then, I can wait as long as I want. So I usually, I wait and I run the night audit at 3 in the morning. That gives whoever the ability that's going to possibly show up really late, the ability to at least show up at 3 in the morning, up till 3 in the morning, and be able to check in. But, like I said, now I'm stuck in this predicament where I know this wedding party people are showing up. I don't want to start this whole argument with some grown-up, pissed-off dude that his kids are sleeping in the car and now they have to make a second whole brand new reservation because of blah blah blah, and that I can't even refund them the money and that they're going to have to call us. It's just a bunch of drama bullshit that I don't want to have to deal with. So instead of running night audit at 3 o'clock, which is, as you can tell by the time in the upper right hand corner, would be in about 20 minutes from now, I'm going to push it, and I'm going to push it as far as I can, which means I will go to 4. So they have until 4 in the morning to show up. Technically, I could call them, being as, say, maybe if the phone number that's on file is actually the real number for them, could also be the number for the third party, because sometimes they do that, but I could call and see if I can get a hold of somebody and find out if they're on their way and let them know. Unfortunately, they're going to have to show up in like an hour before, an hour and 20 minutes. But it's not my job. My job isn't to babysit you to make sure that you make it here on time. My job is to run this job the way I'm supposed to. I'm just being nice and going above and beyond already and pushing the system hours past when it's supposed to be, ran just to try to help people out. So it will get to a point here, at some point here this evening, like I said, at probably like 4, if I have to go that far, that I will do it, and then I won't feel so much. I mean, it will suck to have to argue with these people, because they will obviously argue with me, but like I said, there's only so much remorse that you can feel for somebody, especially when they literally make zero attempt to let you know that they're going to show up late, and no one understands how the hotel system works. That's why they just assume, oh, I made third-party reservation, I made it for 3 days, I can show up whenever I want within those 3 days, and it's good. And it's like, no, bro, you don't show up that first day, and they just void the entire reservation because they assume you just aren't showing up. So really hoping they show up. I'm really really hoping they show up. But like I said, still never really remembered exactly what it was all that I wanted to talk about besides the video game that I was going to make in a separate video. Um, I will say this now, I guess. I should have said it earlier in the beginning of the video so more people would have seen it. But I am going to be posting some video game content onto my channel only due to the fact that it makes me happy. It's not going to be a lot. I understand the majority of people don't want to watch it, and that majority of people that do watch my channel watch it for this kind of content more than they watch it for the content of me playing a video game. But it's still the fact if I enjoy doing it, it's going to consist of one live stream of me playing Minecraft. More than likely, it could be something else, but more than likely, it's going to be the weekly Minecraft stream of me just updating a video update of the evolution of my world, practically, and and then a second video would be posted. It practically would just be just some random gameplay. Like I just want to get back into being good at playing Halo and stuff like that. So I just might post a few maybe like here's a video of me playing Halo and sucking because I haven't played Halo in like 10 years, and then I'm sure I'll click back into it and eventually I'll be murking people, and then I'll record a video and be like, here's a video of me doing good just to show the evolutionary progress. And last but not least, I did get a new microphone, which it's the exact same as the old one. The only difference is the microphone's actually good because like the old one was good and I liked it, but once I got the new one and talked through it for the first time, like I recorded it and listened back, I realized this one actually picks up a lot more than the other one did, because the other one was like kind of like old and crippled and didn't work right, and this one's brand new and works right. So it picks up everything, which I also then apologize if you've had to listen to my beard rub against it the entire time. I'm trying to figure out the best way of working this thing out where I don't have to worry about the hair of my beard rubbing against the microphone the entire video. It would be nice. So I did get my box of Girl Scout cookies. And no, I mean, yes, I did get a box of trifles or tree, whatever the hell you call them. But no, Matt went total fat boy and got himself an entire box of Girl Scout cookies. I already dug into the tagalongs. I ate a whole row of those. I got another box of the truffles because I like them a lot. And then I also got Dosey Does. And then I also got 2 boxes of Thin Mints, which is funny enough that you could even see in my face reaction right there of saying Thin Mints that I said it with like a face, and that's because I actually don't like Thin Mints. I bought them for a girl I was dating at a time months ago when I made this originally, and now her and I have since split up. I did tell her when we split up that I'd still give her the cookies I ordered for her, but I'm not going to give her those guys. I don't want to talk to her anymore, so I don't want to hit her up for the cookies. And then, so now I just have 2 boxes of Thin Mints that I have no idea what's going to do. I'll probably eat them. I just really don't like mint enough. Like, mint is something that if you want to give me a mint, like, I'll eat a mint. But if you want me to eat something that's mint flavored, that's gross to me. I don't want, like, mint chocolate chip ice cream is disgusting. I do not want minty ice cream. Uh, just anything mint. I don't like it. So the idea of eating a cookie that's a mint is like, not great. I just already know that the cookie is good and it's not very minty, so I'd probably be able to eat it. I just really don't want to. So I'll eat the rest of them, and then when I get nothing, and one day I'm like, damn, I'm really digging a cookie right now, I'll probably eat a Thin Mint. So yeah, that's the excitement of my life. Hopefully you've missed me the last 2 weeks, and I will be posting more videos. Actually, depending, especially me waiting for this person, I might end up recording the video of me explaining about me getting tortured for 24 hours on a video game. Because Like I said, I just literally have never felt so honest to God defeated. It's not even like I'm coming back and I'm gonna get stronger and I'm gonna beat it. Like it's literally like at this point I can honestly tell you that I just don't think that I'm gonna be able to do it. I can't. I just watch the video of it coming up if you wanna understand when I actually get into it. But uh, hopefully you guys like this video. If you did, a like would be much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, you should subscribe to keep up with awesome content that comes out whenever I decide to make it come out. Or I have a thumb drive that allows me to put a lot of videos on it, so I don't have conflict of size, space, and stuff like that. So if you guys do want to subscribe to the channel, if you're thinking about it, you should go ahead and click on this circular thing over here. It will allow you to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to watch the other content that has come out from 2022 so far, you can click on this link above here. And I don't think I've made a link for Minecraft yet. So if there is a link for Minecraft, it's down here with my hand is. And if there isn't a link there, and I just look like an idiot. Goodbye.